Hi, I'm Catherine Brown here with Mr. Schmerbox talking about Spice Day. So, what is Spice Day?
Spice Day is one of the great Norristown traditions. It is the day when seniors get their yearbooks. It's the day before graduation. It's the last time the class is together as a group, except for graduation. It's something that's been around for a long time, and it's a very exciting part of the senior experience here at Norristown.
When is Spice Day?
It is the day before graduation, so this year it is Thursday, June 6th. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What happens is, assuming that the senior class doesn't need a second graduation rehearsal, which they usually don't, seniors come in at about 1 o'clock, and around 1:15 we start the ceremony. And the ceremony consists of me talking something, a little bit about what goes into making the yearbook. We give commemorative copies to the school. The principal accepts it on behalf of the school. We reveal who the dedicatee is. That's the person that the senior class has chosen to dedicate their yearbook to. Um, then the seniors that have purchased books get their books, and everyone then goes to the cafeteria where the Parents Club puts on a really nice reception with hoagies and tomato pie and fun stuff like that. And everyone signs each other's yearbooks. It's really a lot of fun and a great time for the seniors to interact with as a class.
What day does it start on?
About 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then by the time the whole assembly's done, it's usually around 1:40 or so, and then the reception's probably about another hour after that in the cafeteria that afternoon.
So, when did it all start?
It's been around for many years. Spice itself has been around since 1896. The uh, actual tradition of Spice Day I can trace back at least to the very early 1940s when it used to be called Publications Day, and it was a day where all the publications in the school, the newspaper, the yearbook, the literary magazine gave out awards, and it's also the day that seniors got their yearbooks. And over the years, some parts of it have ceased. Like we don't really give awards or whatnot anymore, but it's still a really great day for seniors to be recognized, to be together as a class. It's a day having graduated from here back in 1995, I remember my Spice Day celebration when I got my yearbook. It's a really meaningful and exciting time because graduation is of course the culmination and the big ceremony, but graduation, you come in, you're getting ready for lineup in the gym, you walk over, you do the ceremony, then you leave, and that's pretty much it, and then you're never back here again as a class. So Spice Day is nice because it's just the class, and they get to be together as friends, to write messages in each other's yearbooks. It's the thing that they're really not going to ever be able to do again. So it's a really fun and exciting part of the graduation experience.
How did it change over the years?
Like I said, some parts of it, like there used to be a lot of awards that were given at the ceremonies. A lot of those things have moved to like the senior awards ceremony and whatnot. But in whole, it's the parts that have stayed the same. The idea of the reveal of the yearbook, of the of that book that chronicles the entire year, that piece of memory that this a senior gets and keeps forever, of writing the messages, of being together, that are more important than the way that the ceremonies may have changed over time.
What day does it start on?
It's on June 6th, which is the day before graduation, so it's next Thursday.
And what exactly do you write in a yearbook?
Well, people sign messages. So your friends seek out friends, and you write stuff. Like, oh, I remember this thing, or you remember when you did that, or you've been such a good friend, or all sorts of stuff. And again, those are a physical reminder and something you'll have with you for the rest of your life. When you have reunions and things like that, you pull out the yearbook, you read those messages, and when it's 5, 10, 15, my 20th reunion will be here in 2 years. We won't talk about how old I've gotten, but I pull out that yearbook and I look at it, and it's it's funny. The things that you wrote or thought at the time. Now you're 20 years older, and you have a chuckle. It brings back the memories, and it's something that you can't recreate if you don't go to the ceremony, because it's not required that you attend. But if you don't go, if you don't get a yearbook, then you don't have that. And memories fade with time. Physical reminders of things will help to keep those memories fresh. And there really aren't a whole lot of physical things that you have once you're done high school. You're not going to wear your prom dress 20 years from now, but you still have your yearbook. Those sneakers that you're wearing today will wear out in a couple of years, but you still have that yearbook. So, that's why we hope that people get it. That's why I am the advisor, why I participate in creating this yearbook, because I know it's something that people have in their hands forever.
How are yearbook distributed?
At the end of the ceremony, every senior who has purchased a yearbook, we have 3 spots in the auditorium based on last names where they'll go, and we have lists, and they'll get their book, and then they go to the cafeteria. Anyone who has not purchased a book ahead of time will see me at the edge of the stage in the auditorium, where I will sell ones for cash. At that time, cost will be $85. We still have copies available for sale, so if they haven't ordered it ahead of time, they can still get one. And like I said, this happens a lot where graduation for a lot of people doesn't become real until it's actually happening. And once it happens, once you do the rehearsal and you realize that this is it, this isn't moving from middle school to high school. This isn't going from 9th grade to 10th grade. This is going from grade 12 to, who knows, college, job, future. Everything's been programmed for you to this point. Now it's you. And that's when it becomes real. And I know I get a lot of people that didn't really think much about buying a yearbook until they realized that they want to have that as well. So, bring some cash with you, because we'll still have a few sell. And that's about it.
Does people usually get emotional on Spice Day?
They get very emotional. I mean, graduation, Spice Day. Spice Day tends to be a little bit more fun than weepy, because you're in a casual kind of atmosphere, whereas like the pomp and pageantry of graduation and actually getting the diploma and your family being there, it can get very emotional. But yeah, it has a lot to that, because I think there's the reality that there's a finality, an end coming very shortly, that people start getting nostalgic. They start getting a little sad, because it's ending. It's something that you've just taken for granted your whole life. You're going to be in school and you're going to go every day, and that's how it's going to be. But it's changing, and that future is uncertain. Tomorrow, the next day you graduate, then the day after that you're no longer in school, and then it's like it's a whole different world.
Thank you. This has been Catherine Brown talking to Mr. Schrobox about Spice Day. Now back to Eagle's Eyes.